Shabbat Shalom, family. I pray everyone is doing well. This information that came out, I had to do a video concerning this so everybody know about it if you don't know about it. But you see here, the site where the Most High met Moshe to be bulldozed for super city by Saudi Arabia. They are talking about bulldozing the wilderness, bulldozing the mountain of the Most High. Now, this place, the wilderness, this mountain, it has been sitting here for thousands of years. Why now? Why all of a sudden now you want to bulldoze it and make it a super city? They understand, they know, and they understand the people of the Most High is back within the borders and are waiting on the Most High within the borders to make the journey, to make that wilderness journey. They know this. They have their eyes on us and they are watching. And so they're putting out that they're going to bulldoze it as if you guys not going to the wilderness. We're going to get rid of the wilderness. But we want to see how, let's see you get past the Most High. This is what they say. This is what they're planning on doing. But if they attempt, this attempt would be a dangerous attempt, and the Most High will intervene. The Most High is preparing this. This land does not belong to them, and they know it. See, they're in lands that does not belong to them. And so the Most High will move. The Most High will do. The Most High is not going to allow this bulldozing the wilderness. That way, you're not going to the wilderness. You see what they're saying? All these thousands of years. And these people, if you watch this video on YouTube, these people over there, they call that mountain the mountain of Musa. Musa in Arabic is Moshe, Moses. And this is what they live there. They live near it. And they know what the name of it. They know what it is. So here they are trying to bulldoze this land. After all these thousands of years, you ask yourself a question, why? We understand Saudi Arabia, they're not running things. They're being told what to do. And if you don't do what you're told to do, they will move you out of the way and get another one in. And you wonder why one king removed. They put another king in. You wonder why this king now is in a scandal with the murder of a journalist. You see, look like he's about to be removed. They're saying you see what's going on here. You see the pattern that they're doing here. But here is the mountain. Here's what they're talking about bulldozing. They're talking about removing. And I like to see, listen, I would like to see them try this. I'm going to pull out some key points here. Of course, this is where the meeting, this is the mountain I proclaim. I told you, this is where the meeting will be. Meeting on the mountain. They had a meeting before. The things that was done in the past, it will be done again. There will be another meeting at the mountain to get Kadash word, get Torah, a righteous word, because our word today is tainted. It is tainted. And if you don't make it to the wilderness, whatever you're believing, you will not get the untainted word. Okay, they call this Neon Project. Neon. And I'm going to show you where they get this name from. Neon. Of course, this mountain, Josephus mentioned the mountain being in Saudi Arabia. We know what's in what they call the Egyptian peninsula. They saying this is the need. We know that's a lie because it has the Roman name all over it. So we know that's not the site. There's artifacts there. From when they came out, they wrote bulls on everything. But here is where they built or set up for the Most High had them set up as a place where the house would be, where the Kadash house would be. And this is where they had their offerings here. This is where they were doing offerings. And these things are here. Here's what I want you to see. The $500 billion project was hoped to have its first sections open in 2025. So they wanted this completed by 2025. Let me tell you, this is impossible. It is impossible. And the wilderness is not supposed to be a city. You see, they're trying to defile this area, this Kadash area. They're trying to defile it. There's no iniquity going on in it, and they want to defile it. It's an extent 286 miles along the coast of the Red Sea. It's a very, very large, the wilderness, scripture talks about it. It's a great, great wilderness. And it's a great, great journey. Here is a picture of what they want to do. Now, Saudi Arabia, they think they got hit with a plague of flying roaches in the Mecca. But when you wonder why they got hit with this plague. And there were roaches everywhere in Mecca. And they had to clean this mess up. And I saw what the Muslims were saying. They were saying, because if you go in these videos and you look in the comment section, you will see the Muslims speaking, and they're speaking out. And what they're saying, they have some wicked leaders. And this is why this place is plagued like this. They understand their leaders are wicked, but they don't understand that religions are created by man, and religions was to keep them bound. That's what religion means, to bind fast. See, they don't understand this. And then someone left a comment on my section. I go too deep into the words. I go too deep into what things mean. Example, like religion means to bind fast. That's going too deep and not looking at what people see it as it says, the meaning says today. So they got hit with these roaches. They haven't seen anything yet. And here are their plans for their super city, what they call a super city. They want to get rid of the wilderness. We won't have a place to go to in the wilderness. As if the Most High is going to allow this. As if the Most High word is not true. As if they're going to be able to complete this. And honestly, they're only doing what they're being told to do. And we know Israel. We know they run them. They pulling their strings. They're telling them what to do. So here is NEOM, meaning New Enterprise Operating Model. This is what they call it. NEOM is part of a plan to diversify the Saudi economy away from dependence on oil exports. So they're trying to get away from dependence on oil exports. It will be a hub for new technologies, including the creation of drones, driverless cars, and robotics, AI. Here we see they want AI controlling things, AI taking over. This is the takeover. Of note in business circles, the abbreviation NEOM is also used with the meaning New Enterprise Operating Model. Okay, let's go to, we have to see it a little deeper because this is not the complete meaning. And we're going to see Esau in the Greek names on this. This is the Saudi project for smart and tourist cross-border city. So this city is going to cross borders. So people need to understand this. It's going to cross. It's not just Saudi Arabia. The wilderness is not just Saudi Arabia. There's a wilderness of Egypt. So they're going to touch that also. Their plan is to touch that also. The project is located in the far northwest of Saudi Arabia. It will be constructed in Tubak. It includes marine land located within Egyptian and Jordanian borders. So you see here, Egyptian and Jordanian borders. It's going to affect these borders. And part of Jordanian borders is a very, this part is us coming out of Sinai on the way into the land. So the Jordan wilderness is important. And that part is where Yahushua will lead us. He will lead us from that part into the land. But we have to realize, and many people, they're thinking Jordan is the place we should be. Jordan, we have to understand, Jordan is the end of the journey. How is that where Sinai is? After Sinai, there was another trip. They continued to go. And then when you go into before you go into the land. You see, our land is the Kadash land. The land of Yasharah is part of what modern day Jordan is today. And this is what many do not understand. So it's going to cover a total area of 26,500 kilometers and 10,200 square miles. This is what it is, along the coast of the Red Sea. And here is, they're supposed to be finished by 2025. They're already late. They have a delay already. And they are behind, showing us they're not going to be able to do this. And they're looking for public investment. They're looking for the public to help fund this. And you see here, they also mentioned the murder of the journalist. This caused problems. So they're looking for international investors. This is the point I wanted to pull out. They're looking for international investors to invest in this. Saudi Arabia do not have the money for this. And we know for a fact they can get the money from the people that pull the string. They can get the money. They can get the money from the people. They know how to pull money out of people with their laws, with their taxes, to make them build something for nothing from the people. So that's why he's looking for international investors. They do not have the funds to do this. All right, this is what I want to bring out. The name, this is important, so you can see Edom's hand in this. You can see the Greeks' hand in this. The name, Neom, to show you who's pulling the string. These people are, they are speaking Arabic. Why are they pulling prefixes from Greek? You see, they're being told what to call it. The name Neom was constructed from two words. The first three letters form the ancient Greek prefix neo. Neo meaning new. The fourth letter is from the abbreviation Mustakbal. So Mustakbal, the M, is for Mustakbal, and Mustakbal means future, new future. They're saying this is the new future we want for you with the Greek prefix neo. They don't use these. They don't know these prefixes. Where's this coming from? Who is doing this? Someone is pulling the string, and we know it's Israel. We know how they operate. And this is them. Their fingerprint is on this. And that assassination had something to do with this. This is why that guy was assassinated. So once again, the Most High is not going to allow this. But keep your eye on this. This is showing us how close we are. And for those that's making their plans that's coming out, this is showing it's at the door. Because people don't know where we are when it comes to prophecy. When we see them doing things like that, this will open up the door. They are forcing the hand of the Most High. Just like the scripture says, they are forcing his hand. And it's not, we're doing our part. We're coming out. Then we wait on him. Then they're going to do something to force his hand. And I told you, scripture says there's going to be a cause. There's always a cause for something. There's going to be a cause for us to come together. Here it is. Now is the time for the wilderness journey. Something will happen. Something will go down. In Babylon, the people in Babylon, I'm listening to them. They're starting to feel the sense of urgency. They're starting to feel something is wrong. Something is coming. They sense it. It's in them. Something is coming. It's an uneasiness that's coming from the Most High telling them something's coming. You're not going to like what's coming. But I just want you to be aware of this information here, what's going on, what's on their mind, what they're planning on doing. And this will by no means affect the righteous. The righteous will go into the wilderness and will learn Torah. Shabbat Shalom.